the owner of your party, the founder of your party, that he's a wild dog who has been changed.
Is it about me?
All the things Mr. Ketia said about Mr. Rollins. When Mr. Rollins died, didn't you see Mr. Ketia at his funeral? All the things that you people did to Mr. Rollins, we don't have to go back. Calling him names. Didn't you show up at his funeral? Parties have issues. Parties develop. This thing you are talking about, the former MP, nobody has employed you as his publicist. Nobody has employed you as the PR consultant for the paramount chief of Kumawu. If he has any issues with government, he knows where to take it. He hasn't employed the NDC. You can scream, you can shout. You can scream. When you were speaking, I kept quiet. So please, let's respect ourselves this morning. You can scream, you can shout. Kumawu, you will not get. You will not win. The people will not vote for you. How can you come and sit here and tell me that you did what? When the water project that you were talking about was approved in 2008, it got parliamentary approval in 2008 under President Kufuor. When you were speaking, I didn't speak, please.
Then you are talking about doomsday.
Under President Kufuor, we got that. So the money and everything was there. What did you do? What did you do? You are talking about money sharing. When in your barely 2 weeks ago, your flag bearer was sharing for anything about money. Your flag bearer was talking about money.
Why did you come with your own your questions and
tell her to keep quiet? When she was talking, I didn't talk.
I did not say anything. So don't refer it to me. I did not say
your flag bearer barely three days ago.
I did not say anything about money sharing.
Is it 3 weeks ago? Your flag bearer, you are talking about vote buying. You are talking about cloth. Your flag bearer paid 40 cedis for all your, what do we call them? Your delegates. What was that? Transport. If you had given your delegates jobs, they should be able to afford 40 cedis to pick transportation from their houses and come and vote for you.
Why would I buy them pickups to vote for him?
If you have given your delegates jobs to do, 40 Ghana cedis. Look at that disrespect, 40 cedis. And even that, they were even fighting over it, some people didn't get their own. And you, barely 2 weeks later, you have the nerve and then you have the impetus to talk about Kumawu's matter.
Yes.
Kumawu is a stronghold. As I said,
so why are you begging?
You can somersault.
Why are you begging?
You can scream.
It is your chairman
you can go all over the place. We would win, and we would win massively. The important thing for you as the NDC, and the people are there, they have seen what you have done for them. They know when you are bringing used goods, when you are bringing somebody who has no vision, when you are bringing somebody who is washed out, somebody who has done what he has to do, and you said there's no sensible person in your party. I'm not the one who said it. Mr. Mahama said that in the Eastern region. That when he looked at all the people who were competing with him, he's the only sensible person in the NDC who can win the elections for the
whole year. When did he say that?
When he was in the Eastern region.
You cannot just throw things about like that.
I have given when he said it. When he went in the Eastern region on his campaign, to get the what do we call it? What do we call it? He said when he looks at all the people who are competing with him,
he's the only person with
he's the only person who has sense. He's the only person who has the capability. He's the only person who can win the NDC the seat. I heard him, and it was there. But it was at the same place that he also had the nerve to say unprintable things about the MPP. If I say it in tree here, you close down this shoe. He said it. So if you are talking about people standing on platforms and saying things that should not be said, Mr. Mahama is the first. Leave Dr. Bawumia alone. What did Dr. Bawumia say? What did he say? That what? If the NDC comes back, there will be doomsday. Was there no doomsday when they were in power? I slept in darkness for 5 years. So what was that? And so if he says that you vote for the NDC, they'll bring back doomsday. This one you haven't heard about it. As we speak now, are we in doomsday? I had lights. I have had lights throughout. And we are not in doomsday. I had lights.
The viewers are watching.
Last week I had lights. Today I had lights.
What do we call
compare that doomsday to the 5 years that people had to lose their cold stores, that I had to be operated on in Kolebu when I was giving birth to my second child with a torchlight. What are you talking about?
In 2023, who is in
that? If Dr. Bawumia, I gave birth in 2015, And I gave birth in Kolebu with torchlight.
We left you excess capacity.
On me, because there was doom
from your finance minister.
And so I am talking about personal and lived experiences. People who lost their businesses because you could not manage the energy sector well. And so if Dr. Bawumia is saying that look at all those things, look, 2024 is going to be a matter of what you have done and what I have done. What the NDC has done in the last 16 years that they have been in power, and what the MPP has done by 2024, 16 years that we have been in power. We are going to compare. And one of the comparisons will be the energy sector. And one of the leading experiences, people like me, who had to do operations, had to take medical care in darkness.
Ellen,
people had to buy petrol for generators so that we can survive. We will compare it. Dr. Bawumia has said nothing wrong by saying that if you come back into power, you cannot manage.
What is Dumso? Right now, there's no light in Suhum.
So as we speak,
Ellen,
Dumso is living in darkness for more than 12, 15 hours.
Can you imagine?
We're in this country where we had to even go for 24 hours without lights.
Dumso is living in
darkness. You are defining Dumso here.
For more than 12, 15
We are
hours.
defining Dumso. In this country, weeks, we didn't have lights. What are you trying to tell us? That we have forgotten? We haven't forgotten. I have given you my experience.
So now what's your definition of Dumso?
People who lost their jobs, tradesmen, barbers, seamstresses, who could not work because the lights were off and you couldn't manage it.
And so
if Dr. Bawumia says that when you come back, you bring it, he's correct. You don't insult him for that. Your flag bearer was somewhere in the eastern region insulting the MPP, telling us that we have done something so we can't get up. As I said, I can't say it in tree. Even that one, you are following.
Talk about Kumawu.
Even that one. As for Kumawu, whether you go up, you come down, you somersault, you go into water.
So
you are not
winning. Begging? Why is Wuntumi
You are
begging?
not winning, so forget about it.
Why is Wuntumi on his knees?
Forget about it.
Why is Wuntumi?
You can scream and shout. The people of Kumawu knows exactly what
I am surprised you are shouting at Kumawu
all these years.
I'm surprised.
We have been in power. Our people have won that seat.
You should relax.
Our people have won that seat. We are going to win it. As I said, you can scream and shout.
You
do
are
not
shouting.
Insult Dr.
She needs
Bawumia.
water.
I think
you are shouting.
The name of Bawumia strikes such fear
Which
in the
one
NDC
is Bawumia? The one that cannot
that they cannot even talk. They cannot breathe when Bawumia is mentioned. Because I don't get it. All that the man said was that when you come back, you bring Dumso. And this one has given you palpitations of the heart. You are screaming all about. You are sad.
You are shouting. I'm surprised.
As for Dr. Bawumia, I and everybody in the MPP by November will go and determine we'll go and determine who will become the next flag bearer, the next flag bearer of the MPP. If Dr. Bawumia comes out, he's going to go around Ghana. He's going to compare what you have done and what we are doing. It looks like, as I said, the name of Dr. Bawumia strikes fear in the heart of the NDC.
It's a lie.
Otherwise, why would you be up this morning and you are talking about traffic lights and Dr. Bawumia when you could not manage for 5 solid years? And whilst we are at it, the NDC.
You see?
We are talking about what are we into? Your flag bearer, what is his name? He's thanking God. He's thanking God. No, I don't know his name. I've forgotten. He's thanking God on Saturday for winning again. For winning an election that was rigged in his favor. For winning an election that other people who were going, and look at what you did to Dr. The other one, the other incompetent one.
Now,
yes.
Now you
look
are
at what you did to him. You practically threw him out of the elections. We are talking about
that is maturity.
Internal politics.
Campaigning for
we are talking about winning on a fair sheet, winning fairly. Your own internal ones.
And who gave you the authority
you
to
threw out people.
How
and now you have the net. That's what you've gotten 90-something%.
Who rigged?
But I mean, look at what Dr. Dufour. Look at what Dr. Dufour said. I'm not the one to explain what he said. He went to court.
You are the one using
and everything that he said. And in the long run, he felt he was so cheated that he would not stand again.
But he went to court on a certain basis. What was the basis?
And then he pulled out.
What was the basis?
And he felt that he was so cheated that he will not go. He will not even run. Yes, that's what he said. I'm not the one who said. He came to say it on.
No, you're reading.
No, he came to
you're
say
reading
it on
his
TV
emotions
that he's
and
no more going to do it. I mean, we all listen to him. That he's no more going to stand. He's pulling out. And if he wins such an election,
but he did not say that.
It doesn't matter what he said.
In fact, no, it does.
It doesn't matter what he said.
Cannot make.
He went all the way to
Ellen,
the tail end, and then at the tail end he pulls out. Why did he pull out?
You cannot put words in Dr. Dufour's
I'm not the one putting words in his mouth.
Saying that
he came.
He said it was rigged.
He said he's not comfortable with the way things are going. Therefore, he will not do it. But and I'm saying that they rigged it in John Mohammed's favor. So you cannot come today
and come and words. Those are not Dr. Dufour's words.
You cannot come and tell us today that he won 98%. Who did he compete with? Who did John Mahama compete with? That he won 98%. This is no feat.
Did they vote?
This is no feat.
Did they vote?
He did not. I mean, it was a done deal. They turned everything in his favor. So you do not sit on this and make noise and go and thank God and disturb everybody's ears. So when you even in your speech thanking God, you said you know.
Dr. Baumia
if Dr. Baumia wins by 99%, it means the people of the MPP have decided to vote for him, because I can't foresee the system being so skewed that Mr. Lanchemantin will drop off, whoever, Kennedy Japan will drop off, Kwabena Japan will drop off, because the system has been skewed in somebody's favor. I don't think so. Okay. If Dr. Baumia wins by 98%, he has won fair and square. Okay. John Mahama did not win fair and square.
Okay.